By default, either when creating a worksheet or using one of the predefined worksheets from the Vectorworks default library, all objects of that particular type in the document are displayed in the resulting worksheet. While this is very useful, sometimes users may need to only display certain subcategories of objects from all of the objects in any given document. One of the most common questions we receive is how to display only certain types of objects in a list, such as a plant list of only shrubs or perennials, or show only doors or windows from a particular class or layer in a schedule. For this particular example, we'll create a plant list. To create a custom plant list, you'll first need to create a standard plant list. You can do this by using one of the predefined lists from the default library or by creating a report. For this example, I'll create a report by going to Tools, Reports, Create Report. Once in the Create Report dialog box, title the worksheet appropriately. Be sure the List All drop-down menu is set to Objects with a Record. Then, set the Listing Objects with Record drop-down menu to Plant. In the Worksheet Columns window, remove any undesired info that you don't want displayed in the resulting plant list. For this example, I'll just be adding a few columns. Here is the resulting worksheet, displaying every plant in this document. As you can see, some plant IDs appear more than once because the list is currently showing each instance of the plant. To summarize the list by plant ID, select the database header row, indicated by the diamond mark, and you'll see three icons above column A become available. If the database header row is not visible, click the down arrow to show the worksheet menu, then click Database Header. To summarize by ID, click and drag the sum icon into column A. If you would like to sort alphabetically from A to Z, click the ascending order icon and drag it into column A. To use descending order, first click and drag the ascending order icon out of the column. Once it is removed, click and drag the descending order icon into the column. Note that multiple levels of sorting and summation are supported by dragging the icons to various columns. The earlier the sort or sum is applied, the higher priority it will be given in relation to the sort or sum actions applied later. Now that we understand how to sort columns, let's change what plants are actually displayed in the worksheet. To do this, right-click or control-click on the database header row and select Edit Criteria. Once the criteria dialog opens, you can see the worksheet's current criteria is set to Record. Plant is present. This explains why all plants, regardless of type, design layer, visibility state, and so on, are shown on the current plant list. Also notice below, the number of objects that meet the current criteria is displayed. To narrow the category of plants displayed, we simply need to add more criteria. For example, I would only like to see the shrubs in the current plant list. To do this, click the More Choices button, and you should see another set of criteria appear. I'm going to change this criteria to field value category equals, and then type in shrubs. Field value refers to any of the field values of any record format in the document. In this case, it was already specified that we only want to see information from the record format plant. Notice how the number of objects that meet the criteria has decreased. Click OK. Now, the plant list only displays shrubs. You can set the criteria on a plant list to only display plants by any number of categories. Perhaps you didn't want to display the plants by their different plant data, but rather your own organization, such as class. This too can be done by keeping the first set of criteria, as record plant is present. Then, again, click More Choices, but this time select Class Is, and then select the desired class of the plant objects. In this case, I'll choose Plants-New, since I categorized the classes by existing plants and new plants. You can see the number of objects that meet the criteria has changed as well. Click OK, and now the plant list only shows plants from that specific class. This video is just one in a number of videos designed to explain the creation and use of worksheets. Make sure to review all of these to increase your understanding of worksheets in Vectorworks.